It's day 22, and I still haven't cut my hair, I'm afraid. The last time I shaved my head, I was in Bangkok, and I looked like this, and I'm afraid that if I do it again now, I ain't gonna look like that. And also, what if it doesn't come back? But people are starting to get upset, namely the woman I live with. So, it's gonna have to happen at some point. Day 22, it's a weigh-in day. I'm feeling all right. I'm reading a book that's putting me in a very weird mood, The Magus by Jonathan Fowles, and it's freaking me out a little bit, so I'm feeling a little funky. What do we do here? I yap using the device of losing 80 pounds as leverage to get you to watch me and be entertained, if not intrigued. Who knows what'll happen? But this is what I'm doing right now, this series. And this, our third week, I've lost another pound. I won't bury the lead. I'm at 213 now. Yes, I'm at 213 now. 213, yes. And, it's cruising. Why 80 pounds, by the way? Because the first 20 pounds I lost this time was off camera. And I didn't want to be disingenuous. It would have sounded better if I wrote losing 100 pounds. I guess that would have been a rounder number, right? But if I lose 100 pounds now, I would be far too thin at the end of the experiment there. Let's get into it. Let's get into it right away. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. This is grim. I'm sorry. I've said this 3 weeks in a row. I have to work on a better way of weighing myself on camera. This is the gym locker room. So I'm not going to take the camera out and be like, hey guys, it's me. Whoa, whoa. It's not going to happen. So this is a photo. The big weight is on the big number and the little weight is on the little number. And I don't carry around a man who's like within a few pounds of me at any given moment and put him on the scale and take a photo over his shoulder, if that's what you're thinking. If you're thinking there's some sort of elaborate gag going on here. As funny as it would be if I was like actually getting fatter and lying and this was what I did. But I digress. Let's get into, the meat of the lift here. Today was a weird lift. Today was a funky one, deadlifts. So right from the jump, I dropped down to 6'3" instead of doing 5 sets of 3. This is wrong, 6'3". It's 6 sets of 2. God damn it. 6 sets of 2. I jumped down to doing, I hate myself. I jumped down to doing 6 sets of 2 because I was having grip issues. But as you'll see here, immediately in the second set, I can't hold it double overhand. My hands and my arms, specifically my hands and wrists really, are simply, yeah, I feel it right there. I go, yeah, I'm just going to hurt my back or I'm going to hurt myself. I feel it specifically there. I've hurt my hands so many times. It's just a weak point. And I need to do some sort of accessory to improve my grip strength. Now, deadlifting will help my grip strength overall, but I just need to work on it and accept the overhand and switching grips for a little while. I could do way more weight that way, but I don't really want to. I just want the grip to be really nice, and I don't want to rely on that. It feels like a cheat to me. But let's go to, I wanted to show something in the beginning too here where I noticed what I think is some pretty bad, a form issue. Right here, I'm not like, I think my shoulders are too far forward. They're almost like this, right? Instead of like this. Sometimes it's hard to tell with my body because there's just so much meat up here. But as soon as I watched this back the first time, I immediately wanted to do it again and go and record myself again. But it's too late now, right? So that's something to keep in mind for my next set. Otherwise, these were easy. I mean, this is nothing. Once I get into the leverage switch grip, it's a joke. So yeah, I gotta really think about when I return to doing the proper 5 sets of 3 as opposed to 6 sets of 2. What will I do grip-wise? Because I really don't want to rely on switching my grip. I really like to use a double overhand grip. I'm sure that there are, I don't even care why, I just like it, and I want to do it the way I like it. So I would prefer that. This bar is also way thicker than the bar I used last week, but it's like, I have very small hands, but it's one way or the other, the grip was the issue, and it's something I'm going to have to, or I would at the very least like to find a way around. We are like 3 sets in. All of these ended up looking pretty similar. Here my shoulders look a bit better. Here they look a lot better than that first set. But yeah, otherwise it's like nothing. It's nothing. You can see in my face I'm upset with myself. This is the same man who 2 weeks ago I asked to reach something up high in the gym, even though he's like only an inch taller than me. So he's probably a little freaked out by my presence, but It is what it is. What can I do? This was also driving me nuts. The 6 sets of 2 is like, it took longer. It was annoying. I would do 2 reps and I was like, all right, I want to do more than this. So I don't want to do anything drastic, shuffle too much around, but we are nearing like the end of the first quarter of the year. And that's probably when I'll take a look at some of the things that I'm doing in my life, and I'll try to adjust them. And the way I'm lifting and the way I'm doing cardio will be a part of it. Lifting will probably be mostly the same, and I'll shift cardio around. As a rule of thumb, you just don't want to mess with things. You don't want to get the itis and start changing things up constantly and shifting things around and going, oh, but if I do this and if I do that, if the weight is going up, there's nothing really, you don't really need to factor in too many other things. So long as you're stable and you're not hurting yourself. At least those are the things that I tell that's the code I'm following when I'm lifting. I'm like, well, if I feel stable and it doesn't hurt and the lift is going up, then don't think about it. So here at this point, I'm just like, get this over with. I was doing really long rests, like 2-minute rests between each set. Long for me. And then after 3 sets, I was like, I don't want to, this is taking forever and it's not hard. So I can't do the grip that I wanted to do, so what's the point? Overhead press. Now this is where the day was actually kind of impressive for me. I had to drop to 3 sets of 8 instead of 3 sets of 10 because last time I did this exercise, it was a bit too much for me. And I did 65 pounds instead of 60 this time, which is the weight going up comparatively, because in true Brendan fashion, I couldn't find the 2.5 weights, and I just went, yeah, I don't care, I'll just do heavier, because I'm not going to walk around the gym for a 9th time looking for the weight and upset myself. And these were fine. I just banged them out. They felt good. I felt good about the form, felt good about my chest. I just blazed through them. So it's really hard for me to have anything negative to say. I'm sure there's some minor adjustments to my form I could do, but I felt good. Like I felt all right. Another exercise that I don't always feel, but whatever. What am I doing now? I'm looking at the camera. I don't know. I thought I edited these. I'm on one. I'm having a mental breakdown. All right, here we are. 3rd set. 3rd set. Yeah, these are fine. Compared to last week, this is way easier than last week, and I couldn't tell you why. I could not tell you why. My upper body was stronger than my lower body today. I don't know. Got the tight shirt tucked in, proud belly, Converse that I've been wearing for 6 years. I'm locked in. Nothing could stop me. Place it down with confidence. And then bam, we're back into the curl zone. This guy thinks I'm following him. I don't know why I keep doing the Z-bar. It's just the first one I grab. It is supposed to be gentler on your wrists, I guess. I don't know. Maybe if it's not the same, if it's not strengthening my wrists, then I guess I should do something else, right? Habit maybe. But these accessory exercises are clearly like at a standstill. I'm trying to do them more cleaner. I'm trying to do them slower, or at the very least, I'm trying not to whip my body like just to get the weight up 15 times without dropping. But these feel good compared to the last time where I was really like flinging them at my own head, trying to chop my own head off. 45 pounds doesn't feel very heavy. You know, towards the end of the last set, I feel like it's heavy, but I think that's just, you know, your mind telling you it's almost over. Otherwise, these feel pretty good. And I felt them in my arms, but I would like to mix it up. I'm getting a little bored of them. I can feel my back fat is jarring. It's like I'm smuggling bags of groceries back there. I'm getting a little bored. I need to add to each individual. I need to add something. It's time. I feel it. I feel in the lifting and the cardio I want to change a little, but just a little. Cardio being the most obvious. Cardio being the one where I'm like, I could do so much more. Yeah, this time I didn't do the treadmill. I didn't do a run. I went back to the tried and true bike. I've explained what I do on the bike before. It's very simple. 15 minutes, 5 minutes at half the resistance of the bike, and then 10 seconds half the resistance, and then 20 seconds max resistance, and then back to half resistance for 20 seconds. So it's like, I just probably made it sound like quantum physics. It's an interval. I'm going up and down from half resistance to full resistance in like intervals with like a 90-second break of taking it easy between each interval. It's fun. I went as hard as I could this time. It felt good. It's easy. I'm always liable to do it. I'm not like trying to bitch out. So I like it, but it's not much, right? If we're comparing it to like running, which I could do, and it would have a significantly larger effect on my respiratory health and my overall caloric burn. It's like that's maybe what I should be doing. That's it for the lift. It's that simple. Let's not show all the weird things in my situation here. All right. This is the outro. Thank you for coming by. I'm learning. I'm figuring it out. I'm working every day to improve. And, it's Monday. So, my advice to you is to stare up at the ceiling of whatever room you're in right now. Like, look up like that. And imagine for a moment that the ceiling is going to fall in on your head. Think really hard about the potential that might happen. And then stop doing that and just relax. Your ceiling's not going to fall on your head. Probably. Depending on where you live and your situation, you could live in a favela for all I know. It's very possible. But it's unlikely. I lived in a place with many holes. In the home I grew up in, there was no heat for long periods of time. And there was enormous holes in my bedroom where I could literally just exit into the outside world. I don't know the importance of this within the context of what I was saying, but it is true. It is a fact. I need a haircut. I know I need a haircut. I refuse to do it. I refuse to be tamed. But I do have to do it. I do have to do it, or something bad's going to happen. Something bad's going to happen to me. Like, comment, subscribe. I make a video every day. Dear God. Don't you want some consistency in your life, other than that shaking feeling that nothing's going right? It'll be all right. It's going fine, okay? I will never forget this day and what we've done together. And dear God, let's get out of 200, huh? I want to get below 200 pretty badly. And I'm really resisting going kind of nuts. But here we are. Thank you again. Have a good day.